The next one is types of chemical equations. Okay. Whatever the equation it is, the equation is balanced means it is called a stoichiometric equation only. Balanced chemical reactions are balanced equations, not only either simple or clumsy, whatever it may be. Okay, next types of chemical equations. Let's see chemical equations based on the nature of the molecules. Nature of the molecules means what, ma? Either covalent molecules. Covalent molecules cannot be ionized. The second one is ionic compounds. Ionic compounds in their solvents, they converted into positive and negative ions. So based on that formation of ions, then the chemical equations are two types. One is molecular equation, second one is ionic equation. Mainly molecular equations we are expressed. Generally any equation you take, first we are expressing in molecular form only. But that molecules cannot be ionized when if the molecules are present in a covalent molecules or are present in covalent molecules, that molecules cannot be ionized. Such type of equations all we are called as molecular equations. Means the reactants and products all we are expressed in terms of molecules, known as molecular equations. N2 plus H2 is converted into 2NH3. Or otherwise H2 plus Cl2 is converted into 2HCl. These are called molecular reactions. These are called molecular reactions. Or C plus O2 is converted into CO2. Means we are expressed in terms of molecules. Those are known as molecular reactions. Those are known as molecular reactions. Otherwise, CO plus O2 is converted into CO2, then we need to take 2 moles, then here 2 CO2 will form. So it is balanced chemical equation. 2 CO plus O2 is converted into 2 CO2. Those are called molecular equations. Now, ionic equation means what, man? The reactants and products we are represented, we are expressed in terms of ions. We are writing in terms of ions. Generally, ionic equations are ions. In terms of ions, it is possible for ionic compounds only. For example, BaCl2, its molecular formula, molecular form. See, in molecular form, BaCl2, barium chloride react with sodium sulfate, forms barium sulfate precipitate and sodium chloride. Now it is a balanced equation. Now this balanced equation in their solutions, in their solvents, means here solvent we are taking as a water. In water, BaCl2 is ionized in the form of Ba plus 2Cl minus, and sodium sulfate is ionized into forms 2Na plus SO4 2 minus, because the total, this is total molecule. Let's see, Na2SO4, there is no charge. That Na2SO4, how it ionizes? It contains 2 units positive charge on sodium atom and 2 units negative charge on sulfate ions. SO4 2 minus 2 Na plus. Now they are combined, this Ba2 plus and SO4 2 minus combined to gives BaSO4, barium sulfate. Again that barium sulfate will be ionized to gives Ba plus 2 plus SO4 2 minus. See, 2 units means di-positive ion it is, and di-negative ion they combined to gives barium sulfate. The barium sulfate is molecular form. Barium sulfate in terms of ionic form, Ba plus 2 plus SO4 2 minus. Next, Na2SO4. Na2SO4 from 2 Na plus ions are present, and in BaCl2 2 chloride ions are present. Chlorine has 1 unit negative charge and Na has 1 unit positive charge. Total 2 Na plus ions are present and 2 Cl minus ions are present. They form 2 moles of NaCl, sodium chloride is formed. Again the 2 moles of sodium chloride is ionized to give 2 Na plus plus 2 Cl minus. Okay, mostly for balanced chemical equations or any chemical reactions we are expressed in terms of molecular formula only. We are not writing in ionic form. We are not writing in a ionic form. Okay, even ionic compounds also involving in a chemical reaction, that equations also we are expressed in molecular form only. We are not explaining, we are not writing that equations in the form of a ionic form or ionic equations. because just for knowing purpose only ionic equation, this barium chloride and Na2SO4, how they react with each other, to explain that reaction BaCl2, just we are writing in ionic form. BaCl2 is ionized to give Ba2 plus 2Cl minus. At the same way, Na2SO4 ionized to give 2Na plus SO4 2 minus. Now this Ba2 plus and SO4 2 minus combined to give barium sulfate precipitate. And Na plus Cl minus combined to give sodium chloride. So this equation, how that the products are forming, just we are explaining in terms of ions. It is possible for mostly ionic compounds. But what about covalent compounds? The covalent compounds mean they have covalent bonds are present. Nitrogen and nitrogen in between triple bond is present. Mean 3 covalent bonds are present. And hydrogen and hydrogen, how many bonds are present? In between one covalent bond is present. Like how many? 3 molecules are present. In that case, these hydrogen atoms, this hydrogen bond will break, and this nitrogen bonds will break. Then nitrogen, these hydrogens are combined. One nitrogen atom, 3 hydrogen atoms combined to gives NH3 molecule. NH3 molecule. Because these are the complete covalent molecules. The covalent molecules we cannot express in terms of ions. In terms of ions. That's why in covalent reactions, are covalent molecules involved in the chemical reactions, what happens now, how the products are forming, breaking of bonds, after that making of bonds, number of bonds are breaking, and the same way the same number of bonds will be formed. Here 3 bonds are breaks, and here 3 bonds, 3 plus 3. Now in ammonia, how many bonds are formed? How many molecules of ammonia is formed? Total 3. Sorry, total 2. In that 3 bonds are formed. 3 into 2, 6 NH bonds are formed. 6 NH bonds are formed. Here 3 bonds are breaking in between nitrogen, and 3 bonds are breaking in between hydrogen. 3 plus 3, total 6 bonds are breaking. In the reactant molecules, bonds are breaking, covalent molecules, and products, covalent bonds are forming total. So how many bonds are breaking and form the same equal number of bonds will form. So in molecular forms or molecular equations are mostly in covalent molecules. So types of chemical equations, whether it is molecular equations or ionic equations, but mostly we are expressing that all chemical equations are all chemical reactions in molecular equation form only, in molecular equation form only. Okay, it is not that much important, just for knowing purpose only. Next very important concept is stoichiometric calculations. Okay, is very important, ma'am. Compulsory that they are asking questions from the stoichiometric equations or stoichiometric calculations. Stoichiometric calculations, either NEET examination or JEE examination, whatever the exam papers you have to observe, then they are asking compulsory questions from stoichiometric calculations. Okay, let's see. Stoichiometric calculations means simple calculations only, ma. Stoichiometric calculations. See, stoichiometric calculation means it is the relation between moles to mole, and moles we are converted into mass. That mass we are converted into volume, means moles and mass relation and mass volume relation, as well as volume relation. At the same time, mass volume and energy relation. Mass volume and energy relation. Those are called stoichiometric calculations. Okay. So how many stoichiometric calculations are present, ma'am? These are the 4 types. The stoichiometric calculations are 4 types. The first one is Mass relation means in that question one reactant weight they will give, another product weight we need to find out, or maybe another reactant weight we need to find out. That is called mass relation. The second one is mass is nothing but weight relation. Mass volume. Second one is mass volume relation. The third one is volume relation. Okay, and fourth one is volume relation. Fourth one is mass volume energy relation. Mass volume energy relation. Like four types of important stoichiometric calculations are present, ma. Okay. Let's see. The first one is mass and mass, or weight. The second one is weight and volume. So weight they will give volume we need to calculate, or volume they will give we need to calculate mass, and volume they will give another volume we need to calculate, and mass they will give based on that volume we need to calculate. Mass they will give based on that energy we need to calculate, how much energy it releases or how much energy it absorbs. That relations are called stoichiometric calculations. For any stoichiometric calculations, what are the important rules? See, for that calculation rules, first the given statement, that statement we need to convert it into balanced chemical equation. So first thing is what we have to do, we need to write down the balanced chemical equation. Balanced equation. So the first thing, while reading the question, the first we need to write balanced equation or balanced chemical equation. The second thing what we need to do, we need to write down number of moles of reactants and products. We need to identify that how many stoichiometric balanced equation contains how many moles of reactants are present, at the same time how many moles of products are formed. That all moles we need to write down. Next, the second step, third step, that moles we need to convert, means moles converted into mass or volume. The moles we need to convert it into mass or volume, because 1 mole is equal to its gram molecular weight. 1 mole is equal to 22.4 liters volume at STP. So we know that standard values. According to that standard values, we need to convert that moles into corresponding relative masses or volumes of reactants as well as products. Reactants as well as products. These three steps are important. The fourth step is simple calculations. Fourth step is simple calculation. Means next last step, what they are asked in the question, that we need to calculate by using the above relations. By using the above relations, what they are asked in the question, that we need to calculate. So how many stoichiometric calculations are present, ma? Or stoichiometric relations? Mass or weight relation. The second one is mass volume and volume. Next, fourth one is mass, volume and energy relations. For solving the above relations, what are the common rules? For the first common rule is we need to write down balanced chemical equation. In the balanced chemical equation, the next step immediately we need to write the number of moles of reactants and products. Okay, after find outing the number of moles of reactants and products, that we need to convert into our convenience, whether it is converted into mass or whether it need to convert it into volume. Based on that relation, the next what they're asked, they're asked to calculate the amount of mass, or whether they calculate the amount of volume, or they calculate the amount of energy. According to that, we need to do simple calculation. That is the fourth step. So these are the common steps or common rules for the calculations of stoichiometric relations. For the calculations of stoichiometric relations, these are very very important. Just keep it in your mind, these rules. According to that rules only, we need to solve some questions. Okay, first I will give some examples related to weight or mass relation questions. I will give you, let's see. First one. Weight relation. Let's see the question. How they are asking the questions. How many grams of H3PO4? H3PO4 name what? Phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid. How many grams of H3PO4 required to complete neutralization, of 240 grams of sodium hydroxide. See here, two important reactants are present. What are the two important reactants? One is H3PO4 react with sodium hydroxide. H3PO4 is acid, NaOH is base. Acid base reactions means obviously the reactant product is neutralized product will come, and that reaction is also called as a neutral product or neutralization reaction, and the product will form salt. Acids and base combine to give salts, and that reaction is also known as neutralization reaction. So first you have to write the balanced chemical equation. What is the product? H3PO4 completely react with sodium hydroxide. Then what is the final product? And you have to balance that equation. So first you write balanced chemical equation. Balanced chemical equation. H3PO4 is one of the reactant. It reacts with sodium hydroxide. H3PO4 is acid. How it ionizes? H3PO4 will be ionized to give 3H plus PO4 3 minus. At the same way, NaOH ionized to give Na plus OH minus. See here 3H plus ions are present, but NaOH, one NaOH molecule gives one OH minus only. For 3H plus ions for completely neutralization, how many OH minus ions are required? 3 are required. That's why I am taking 3 moles of NaOH. Then the product is Na3PO4. Because Na plus, what is the charge? Negative charge on phosphate ion? 3 units negative charge. Sodium atom contains how much charge? 1 unit positive charge. So minus 3. This compound has minus 3, but it has plus 1. When it will becomes neutralized, this positive charge also is equal to 3. But sodium maximum positive charge only plus 1. That's why 3 sodium atoms are required for neutralization of PO4 3 minus. Then it is equal to Na3PO4 plus H2O. How many molecules of H2O forms? 3 molecules of H2O will form because 3H plus and 3OH minus. This is balanced chemical equation. Okay. In that balanced chemical equation, which relation we need to find out? We need to find out the relation between H3PO4 mass and NaOH mass. That's why the second step you have to calculate 1 mole H3PO4 is present and 3 moles NaOH present. If 1 mole of H3PO4 react with 3 moles of NaOH forms 1 mole Na3PO4 plus 3 moles water molecule. But they are not asked how much amount of Na3PO4 is formed and how much amount of water molecule formed. They are not asked. They are asked the relation between H3PO4 and NaOH. Now, next step what I said, man. So, what they asked the relation related that moles we need to convert it into its gram molecular weight. 1 mole of H3PO4 weight is 98 grams of H3PO4 react with 3 into what is the gram molecular weight of NaOH? Sodium hydroxide, sodium 23 sodium and oxygen 16 and hydrogen 1 means 40. So 3 into 40 grams of NaOH. See, phosphorus 1531 gram atomic weight of phosphorus is 31 ma. Hydrogen atoms 3 are there. 31 plus 3. Okay, 34. And 4 oxygen atoms. Each oxygen atom weight is 16. 16 into 4, 64. Just to add that all, we will get 98 grams of H3PO4. So, according to that 1 mole of H3PO4 react 3 moles of NaOH. That we are converted in terms of mass. Means 98 grams of H3PO4 react with 3 into 40 grams of NaOH. 3 into 40 grams means 120 grams. Okay, but in the question what they given? 240 grams of NaOH. For complete reaction, how much weight of H3PO4 is required? Means it is 120 grams. Means according to the balanced chemical equation, 98 grams of H3PO4 completely react with 120 grams of NaOH. But we have 240 grams. Then it is how much? That is called simple calculation. Means let it be X grams. Then the amount of H3PO4 is equal to, see, cross multiplication. Cross multiplication means 98 into 240 by 3 into 40. Then X we are calculating. X is equal to 98 into 240 by 3 into 40. Now 2 times 98 into 2. 196 grams. 196 grams of H3PO4. Okay, how much amount of H3PO4 required for complete reaction of 240 grams of sodium hydroxide? 196 grams. 196 grams means how many moles? 2 moles. Means because it is 1 mole, it is 3 moles. Now it is 240 means how many? Double amount. Double amount means 6 moles. Then it is equal to 2 moles will come. So 196 grams is nothing but 2 moles of H3PO4 is required. Okay, like weight and weight relation. Is it clear for all? Anybody have doubt? Now let inform me. Anybody have doubt? Yes, ma, I will explain it. Third rule, Sanjeev Koti. See, up to first step is clear now. Balanced equation. Yes, ma. Wait. Balanced chemical equation. From the statement only, I written that balanced equation. So in this, for this type of problems, the main key role is for writing balanced chemical equation. If you got balanced chemical equation, then the remaining steps becomes very easy. If you did mistake, any mistake in balanced chemical equation, then the remaining steps we won't get. If the remaining steps we did also, we don't get the proper value. We don't get the proper value. Okay. So 1 mole H3PO4 react with sodium hydroxide. The product is Na3PO4. Now for these 3 sodium atoms are present. That's 3 NaOH are written, and 3 OH minus and 3 H plus ions are then forms 3 moles of water molecule. Now it is balanced equation. From the balanced equation, I identified moles because they are asked the relation between H3PO4 and NaOH. That two only we need to concentrate. We no need to concentrate about Na3PO4 and H2O. What they are asked the relation in between the either two reactants or one reactant and product or two products relation. What they are asked, that two only we need to concentrate. So among that it is 1 mole, it is 3 moles. Okay, the remaining also 3 moles. How many molecules of NaOH were used, ma? Afjal. 3 molecules or 3 moles of NaOH. See, balanced chemical equation because H3PO4 completely react with NaOH forms Na3PO4. The product, this is the main product, sodium phosphate. That's why I am saying here reactants and products we need some idea. According to that, here 3 sodium atoms are present. That's 3 moles of NaOH are written. Now NaOH is 3 moles, 1 mole is H3PO4. Then 1 mole H3PO4 weight is 98 grams. 3 moles of NaOH weight is 120 grams because 1 NaOH gram molecular weight is 40. 40 into 3, 120 grams. Okay. Now in the question, instead of 120 grams, 240 grams of NaOH they given in the question. Now what is the weight of H3PO4? Then let it be X. You do cross multiplication. Cross multiplication means that X into 120 is equal to 98 into 240. Then X is equal to 98 into 240 by 120. Then is equal to 196 grams. Clear? So for this kind of questions, the main important role is Afjal. Now understood how I written, why I written 3 moles of NaOH? They won't give that balanced equation. We need to balance that equation. The skeleton equation is actually the skeleton equation is H3PO4 react with sodium hydroxide forms the product is Na3PO4 sodium phosphate on complete reaction. They mentioned on complete neutralization. That's the Na3PO4 present plus water molecule. Now you balance. In the product side 3 are present. That's why written 3. Now 3 OH minus ions are present, 3 H plus ions are present. They combine to give 3 molecules of water. Now that is balanced chemical equation. It is skeleton equation, rough equation. Okay, ma? Next. Let's see. I'll give you one more question and solve and inform to me. Find the weight of oxygen gas formed when 2.45 grams of KClO3 on heating. Okay, do that, ma. We don't have time, just to do that. What is balanced equation? Here only one reactant is given. KClO3 is on heating, produce KCl plus O2. Now here 3 are present and 2. Now that's why 3 moles of O2 I will write. Now it becomes 6. Now it is 3, then 2. Then produce 2 KCl. This is balanced equation. So the balanced equation is 2 KClO3 to produce 2 KCl plus 3 O2. Now we need to find out the relation between KClO3 and O2. This is 2 moles. It is